Sorry, I haven't just walked in. I had a class at 6:30. So, okay, so we're moving to the floor. I'm going to go with you for this time. Rolling, rolling, walking out, holding the plank position. Try and sink the shoulder blades down the back, lengthen the arms, tuck the tail, stay lifted through the center, breathing. 2, pushing the bum up, walk back. Hang, roll up slowly, roll the shoulders. Well done. Let's do that one more time. Take your time, rolling down, rolling down, rolling down, walking out. Okay, so this time, sink, lengthen and tuck, one hand to the middle, and turn. Now when you turn, I do want you to really try to open your chest, look back, push up, tuck and tighten for 3, 2, turn back into the center. Just have to let somebody in, turn to the other side. Open back. Hamlet, you can do this off the knees either, but I'm just going to do that one time. It's really just for the stretch in the chest. Turning back into the center. And we'll just take a break. Alicia, you're back on. Knees down and sit back onto the heel. So stretch the arms, drop the elbows, drop the forehead. Deep breaths. And roll up. Okay, so we've got some new cameras. I don't know if it's making any difference. I hope it's a bit better. And I'm using the speakers off the camera, even though I paid a fortune for those inbuilt ones. They're really poor. I don't know why. So hopefully the sound is better today. I'd love to get your feedback at the end of class, but just take note, let me know. I'm going to bring you back to standing to do a few stretches in an upright position, and then we're going to get back down onto the floor. Okay, so as you come up, tuck your toes, rock onto your feet, stay on your feet for a second, push the bum straight up to the ceiling, hang the head down, roll up slowly, roll up and come to standing. Well done. Okay, so rolling the shoulders back and down. We're standing upright, the feet are slightly apart. You're reaching up, looking up, back bend. Keep your arms in line with your ears, but not your shoulders. Get your shoulders down your back. Reach your body weight forward. Reach your body weight forward. All the way down to the floor. Keep the weight in the fronts of the feet. Hang the weight and breathe in and out. Then just kind of bend one knee in, straighten it, bend the other knee in, straighten it. So you're kind of shuffling from side to side. You're hanging your weight through the spine, the head and the arms. Last time. Reach both arms out to the ears, reach forward and start to come up. Reach to the ceiling and roll the shoulders back and down. Fingertips towards each other, up to the chest. Pull the elbows back, stretch, interlace. Pull the shoulder blades right back and down. Pull those arms right up behind you. Stay here. Take your head over to one side. Keep your arms pulled back as far as you can. Head over. Center, head over. And chin to the chest. Look up, look out, come forward. Bring those arms right back. Pull the arms up behind you. Tuck the chin in when you get low enough. And pull, pull, pull. Breathe. Breathe. Look out. All the way up. Roll the shoulders. And release. Taking your feet as wide apart as you're comfortable with. If you have socks on, you might want to take them off. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Don't leave your bum sticking out. Keep your abdominals pulled in. Shoulder blades right back and down. Reach the arms out. But we need to get those shoulders back and down. Reaching out to one side. So all I want you to do is reach out. So you're reaching out, but not going down. Reach, reach, reach. Now tip. Follow through the top arm, bring it right up above you. Look up to that top arm, stay for 3, 2, 1, come up. And let's go on the other side. A big reach, and then fall down. Good work. Reaching down and reaching up. Try not to come forward with your chest. Open the chest, tuck the tail. It's hard to do. Look up along the top arm. Come up. And remember, it's the reach that I'm looking for. Big reach, 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 reach. Are you still keeping your tailbone under? And then tip down. Breathing. Last time, coming up. And again. Reach. Follow through the top arm. Look up, reach up. Coming up. And roll the shoulders. Stay here with the feet apart. Reach up. Lean forward. Try and keep your back long. Come forward, reach out. And then drop down. Get your hands to the floor. Bring your weight forward. Hang your head. Hold here. Look out. Look in. Bring your hands in. Walk both hands over to one side just to feel the stretch. Back to the center. To the other side. To the center. And then reaching out. Coming up to the top. Roll the shoulders. And release. Stay here. Just walk the feet back in. Nice and easy. And we're going to go down to the mat. So moving down to the mat, roll the shoulders. Tuck in the chin, slowly roll. So this is really important to take your time here. Roll, roll, roll. When you come to the ground, just stay, or when you come to your lowest point, it doesn't have to be ground. Just hang on there for 3 breaths, 2 breaths. And we're going to bend the knees, bring the hands to the floor, bring the knees to the floor, and walk forward. Okay. So hands directly onto the shoulders, knees directly onto the hips. Sink your shoulder blades down, tuck your chin into your chest, round your spine up to the ceiling. Breathe in. And bottom up, lower back, middle back, shoulder blades down, head up. Again, nice roll through the full spine. Breathe in. And drop down. And look up. Well done. Sit right back onto your heels. Stretch. So try and walk your fingers forward as much as you can. And as you do, gently soften the elbows down, forehead down, and breathe. And back up. So on all fours, I want you to take one hand, fingertips to the temples, or the temple. Try not to round your back up. Try not to let your bum stick up or move around too much. Just keep a nice flat back across the lower back. Keep your pelvis, as the lower bottom half of the back, strongly stable, and then try and rotate as much as we can through that middle part of the back. Okay, ready? Lead with your elbow and turn upwards. So thoracic flexibility is really difficult for women. As we get older, it gets harder. And it's really important to try and pull those shoulder blades down into your back. And let's do one more. Open. Hold. And release. The same side, can you take your foot out to the side? So your leg is out to the side. You can leave it there, or you can slide it slightly away. Okay, so it just depends on how much work you can take. I might just turn slightly. So you're taking the foot out to the side, and then maybe you're able to slide it away. Same hand, all we're doing is opening up, look up, hold. Then we're going to take this top hand, I'm going to thread it under the other hand. Let the elbow bend out and reach in as far as you can. Try and drop your shoulder towards the ground. Breathe. Open up on the inhale. Open back as far as you can and sweep under. Stay for another exhale. Inhale up. Last time, big sweep open and under we go. Reach in on an exhale. Stay for a second exhale. And come back out. So it's the fingertips to the temple first. Lead with the elbow. Anchor down the hips and away we go. One more time. And then we're going to take the foot out to the side, slide away, reach up. Really open and then come under. Slide in, reach in, go as deep as you can, stay for 3, 2, and under. Open and under. Stay for 2 cycles of breath. Up the come and bring in through that knee. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do a press up set, and then we're going to just see if we can do some downward dogs. You don't have to do the elevation of the leg if you don't want to. We're not going to go fast, but we are going to try and get a good range of movement through the full body. So with the press ups, hands are off the edge of the mat. Now you're either moving in box position or you're in modified, but either way, I want to see really good alignment through the spine, the tailbone, the abdominals, but really your focus is on engaging through the pelvic floor and making sure that you're using the breath strongly. Ready to go. Inhale towards the floor on the inhale and finish the exhale fully. And away we go again. Inhale and don't hang the head, don't lift the chin. Focus on keeping those shoulder blades down the back. The head is leading. Sorry, just shouldn't say head is leading. The head is out in front of those hands ever so slightly. Make sure your chest is leading, but if you're in modified, that the whole body is coming towards the floor at the same kind of time. And you're pushing up from there. Great. 3, push strong. 2, last time, drop, stop, engage, and sit back for a second. Try and drop down through the elbows and the forehead. Walk away the fingers. And coming back up then. Well done. So this time it's hands directly underneath the shoulders and knees directly underneath the hips. I suppose the focus here is just to try and get the length in the back. So start on the tippy toes, thumbs straight to the ceiling. Take your time finding this position. So from your hands, you're pushing fingertips to the tippy toes, hips to the ceiling, and then push back from your hands. And then see if you can bring those heels towards the floor. They may not go all the way to the floor, it's okay, but try. The biggest push is through the arms or the hands. Push your head away, tucking your chin, and breathe. Then bending one knee and lifting one heel, pushing it down, bending up the other. Pushing it down, pushing it down. Last two, pushing it down. Last time. Knees back to the floor, sit back to the heels, come straight back up. Second set of three sets of press-ups. So 6 to 8 here in modified box, whatever is good for you. Shoulders down, long neck, tail, abdomen. Push the rib cage back up to the spine with every exhale. We're ready to go. Inhale towards the floor and so modify the whole body goes to the floor as one. Box. What I'm doing, it's just chest. Keeping the length back. Inhale and straight line down, straight line up. Never see your hips or body going back behind you. It's always staying forward. 2. Let's try one more down. And sit back onto the heels. Well done, girls. Nice long leg or long neck. So this time when we do our downward dog, we're looking to extend and lift our right leg up to straight. You don't have to do it. We're not really doing anything with it, except just to see where we can go, how high we can go, the length that we can create through the leg, the pushing away of the hands, the lengthening of the spine and the tail going to the ceiling. Okay, so I know we're working the hands a lot, so if you need to take a break, that's okay. Hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips, tip the toes. So tippy toes, stay on tippy toes until we get to push away from the hands. So tippy toes onto the ceiling, and then going back the way, push the arms away from you, push your bum straight up. You're going to see one leg now, coming up, reaching up as high as you can, but we do tend to come forward when we lift the leg, so push your body away from your hands. For 3, lift, 2, 1, and take it down. Let's change to the other side. Lift as high as you can. Push away, keep lifting for 3, 2, 1, and return. Knees down, and back. Well done. I said 3 sets of press-ups, but actually I'm going to leave it at that. You can shake out your wrists, with your hands that we break. We're going to move to the floor. And we're looking at postural muscles of the upper back and neck. And that means that your hands are going to be in this position, elbows slightly lower than shoulder, but nearly in line, and fingers forward. Forehead will be on the floor fully. And big focus on sinking the shoulder blades down the back, making the neck as long as you can. Okay, when you're ready, get down into that position for me. Okay, so even though it doesn't feel like you're working a lot or doing an awful lot, internally we should be doing a lot of work. So try to concentrate on your technique as opposed to movement, because it's not a lot of movement. Sink your shoulders away from your ears as much as you possibly can, and tuck your chin in. So you imagine you're holding onto an orange between your chin and your chest. There's not a lot of, like you're really working hard to hold on to that. Chin in, shoulders back and down, elbows, as I said, your elbows are on the floor, fingertips down. So here, we're pulling the hips back from the floor, pulling the hips back from the floor. Keeping the abdominals gently drawn in, pelvic floor engaging definitely, and keep the shoulders tucking down. Very little work or very little pressure on the hands and the arms as we gently lift the forehead back from the floor. Ready? Holding the chin to the chest is really important to keep the length in the back of the neck. No work in the hands and arms, but equally pulling the weight of them down your back and shoulders down, chin in, inhale towards the floor. So as you come to that high point where you can't go any higher, go ahead when you're ready. Think about pushing the crown of the head forward, the back of the head up to the ceiling. There is a point that you just can't go any higher, you can't physically move anymore, but internally you can feel a lot. Inhale down, and again. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Take your time. Push the crown of the head forward, don't forget. Keep the chin tucked right in. Keep the hips pulled back. Don't use your tummy muscles to push you up. Now, I want you to lower back down. Keeping your hands kind of in the same position, but moving them in just ever so slightly. So your hands are on the mat, your elbows might be slightly off the mat. Keep your hips back. Lead with your head once again the same way. Pushing into your hands. We're just going to come right through the full length of the body. Now, I could stretch my arms a bit more, but I wouldn't probably be able to keep my shoulder blades down. So just see how far you can go with keeping your shoulder blades down. Elbows are not turned out, turned down to the ground. Push. Now, it's really easy to let my hips, I don't know if you can see this, fall on the ground. My lower back is really overarched rather than lifting my hips up. So lift your hips up, sink your shoulders, lengthen your neck so your chin is in. Lower the elbows and then lower through the chest. Going again. Hips back, head, neck, chin is in. Push into hands. Lift your hips up off the ground, girls. Feel your bum tight. Sink your shoulder blades. Lengthen through the front of the chest. Keep the chin in. Guide your ribs back to your spine. One more time. Elbows, chest, forehead. Okay, one more time, hips back. This should be really challenging on the length of the back of the spine. It won't be if you lift your chin or you let your hips fall. Or you lift your shoulders, drop your shoulders, tuck in your elbows, pull back your hips. Pull in your tummy. Head back, Alicia. So tuck in your chin, pull back your head back, but keep your chin in. 3, 2, 1. Down we go, elbows. And hold on. Sit right back onto the heels. Oh. Okay, back up onto all fours. So on all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Sink the shoulders, lengthen the arms, tuck the chin in. So keep that length in the back of the neck. But at the same time, you're not hanging your head. You're lifting the back of the head up towards the ceiling. Shoulders down. Tailbone tucks, so with flat back, abdominals drawn in, and really guide the ribs up to the spine every time. Slowly stretch out one leg. Stretch it and lift it. Now I want you to only lift it enough that you can keep your pelvis balanced across, your tailbone under, and your abdominals and pelvic floor engaged. The stretch on the leg is more beneficial than the lift. Lower down, change over. Keep the balance, keep the tailbone down, stretch, hold the lift, find where you can do both really well, and return. And again. Float up the arm, tuck in the chin, stretch the leg, lift back, tuck down the tailbone. Push your ribs to your spine, drop your shoulders, lengthen your neck. again. Sink the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Tuck in the chin. Lift your back. Tuck your tail, stretch your knee. Draw in, draw up. Ribs to the spine. One more time. Extend. Lift your back. Pull in, pull up. Change over. And release. How's everybody? Okay? Okay? Good. Alright. So we're going to move from here into plank. Plank to side bend from the elbows and the knees, or the elbows and the feet, depending on where you're at. When we turn onto the side, we're going to do 8 side bends, again from the bottom knee or from the feet. We're back to the center, and in the same series, we're going to go to the other side to do our 8. Back into the center, we'll take a break, and we'll do the second time then to add leg lifts. Can I just ask you, before you move, to bring all your awareness of this set into your shoulders. So even when we start with the shoulders down, when we're holding on here, they tend to rise up. So even if you're on the elbows, or sorry, you're on the knees, the shoulders still up. So I just want to show you from here. So your elbows are on the ground, your shoulders come up. No matter how hard it is, it's really hard to get them back and down and not collapse through the chest. How do I describe that? So we get into position. I'm not going to go into full position here, but you're in position, you sink your shoulder blades where your chest drops down. So I want to see if I can sink the shoulder blades, but push myself up towards the ceiling. So keep the shoulder blades down, but I'm not collapsing. Obviously, I'm not in a good position here, but when we turn onto our side, we tend to shift the shoulder up, and then we tend to, this is obviously over-exaggerated, not too many people looking like this, but just to try to grow the chest, grow the length of the neck out of the shoulders, lift out, and when this arm comes up, that we don't let the shoulder shift up. So you're actually feeling like someone is holding your shoulder blade stuck, and the arm has to find space to come over, wherever that might be to, and then we return back down, okay? Just bring your awareness to that for me just for now, and see, does it change your postural awareness through the movement, okay? All right. I need to get a drink. So you can set yourself up there, sink those shoulders, and try and feel what I mean by lengthening. So you're lifting yourself away from the ground, but you're not doing it through your shoulders. You're doing it, you're going to feel like, obviously your arms are not getting longer, but you're going to feel like you're working more through the upper arm and shoulder as you push yourself back from the ground. Keep your chin tucked in, really sink those shoulder blades down. Can I get everyone's tailbone under, abdominals, pelvic floor engagement? Think about your breath now. With every breath, you're sinking the rib back to the spine. Really close that arch in the middle back. Let the shoulders stay down. 2 to go. One more time. Turn towards the camera. You're either on your feet or you're on the bottom knee and the top leg is straight. Top leg is forward. Underweight lifted. And we're just not going to let the shoulder lift. It's hard to grow the neck and the spine out of the shoulders. Shoulder blades down, tailbone under, going up and over. Inhale, and again. So this is 2 of 8. Arm is out of sight. So even though it's coming at the side of your ear, you should be able to see it. Bring the arm up and over. Inhale towards the floor. Don't hit the ground though. Don't hit the ground. Just bring yourself down towards the floor. Good work. Well done. So I'm going to say 3 to go. Last 2 all the way over. And last time. Drop your shoulders. Push yourself up. Drop the bottom shoulder as well as the top shoulder. Turn back into the middle and reset. Show me the reset. Shoulders, neck is long, chin is tucked in. Abdominals, pelvic floor, breathing. Turn to the other side. Well done. Over to the side. So we're going to grow the neck up out of the shoulders. Really lengthen your spine. Tuck your tailbone under. Top arm is coming up and over. Now, I really should have said if you're on the bottom knee, top leg should be up. That's good. Keep going up. That's great. And lift. And lift. All the way up and over. Keep lifting at least as high as you can through those hips. Really good. Sorry, your lighting is so good. You're the only person I can really see. Lifting up. You're doing great. Keep going. 2 more. Oh yeah, if you've done your 8, you can turn back into the center. I see Trish already in the middle. That's okay. Back into the center whenever you're ready. And reset through those shoulders again. Ribs back. Abdominals pulled in. Pelvic floor engaging. Sink the ribs with the breath. And by sink, I mean push them up to your spine. Like someone is squeezing your middle. Last time, squeeze out that air. And let's take a wee break. So sit back onto your heels for a second. Good work. All right. So we said about doing this a second time. And the second time is just for a little bit of leg work. Same rules apply in terms of trying to get the neck out of the shoulders, get the shoulders back and down, and hold that space equally on either side. So just into the center for 2 seconds. Sink the shoulders, lengthen and lift. Turning and lifting. Chest and neck out of the shoulders. Top leg is forward. Going to lift it up. Top arm is up. Drop the shoulder blade. And here we go. Drop down and lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Stretch the knee. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Stretch the knee. And drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Stretch the knee. And drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Stretch the knee. As your hips up as high as you can. Tailbone under. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And turning. Reset the shoulders, neck, tail, tummy. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Going the other direction. So over we go. Tuck down the tail. Nice long neck. Open up. Shoulder blades down. Toes are in front, lifting 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch that knee. That's it. Keep going. Two more. All the way up. Hold the lift. Strong control. Last time, returning back into the center. Well done. Shoulders down. Stay in the middle for 2 breaths. Last time. Sit back onto the heels. And stretch right out. Come on back up. Okay, everybody all right? So we're just turning over onto our bum. We're going to do a couple of roll back positions, not too much. A little bit of lifting through the front line, and then we will lie down. All right. So knees bent, feet flat onto the floor. Sit yourself right up onto your sit bones. Shoulders back and down. Okay, so again, I want your focus to really be on the shoulders, getting back into your body. So if your shoulders, they're here, they're up here when they're raised up, so that's when we drop them back and down the middle of it. I want you to really feel like they're pulling, bottom of their shoulder blades are pulling down towards each other and down towards the back of your trousers in a V position. That's really hard to do that. And you have to make sure you keep your elbows tucked in and you're really sitting up straight. So up straight, shoulders down into that V position. Lifting through sternum here in front, but not through the rib cage. So you want to sink your ribs, blow out. Get your ribs back into your middle back as much as you can. So can you get them to sink back while still maintaining a really upright spine and keeping your weight onto your sit bones and keeping your shoulders down? So as soon as you start pushing the ribs back, sometimes the shoulders come up or the chin flares or we roll back. So sit up, lengthen the neck. So every exhale, I want you to imagine that something is grabbing onto your shoulder blades and pulling them in together and pulling them in together. Use that shh powerfully, okay, ready? Shh. Lengthen the neck. Shh. Tilt the pelvis and begin to roll back. Where you're coming back towards the long bone at the back of the pelvis. But we're still going to try and lengthen our back, pop the chest, but not the ribs. So squeeze the ribs back. Tuck in the tail. Take the hands off to the side if you're okay with that. Starting to float them up if you can, but try to get those shoulders really in focus. I have particularly loose shoulder girdle, but I do feel that I can't just take my arms from here to here. I really have to kind of tuck them in by my sides and then come up in order to get the shoulders to stay together. So my arms are quite close to my chest as opposed to just reaching up. Tuck them in and then slide the fingers up. Blow out. Is your tailbone still underneath you? Abdominals pulled in, pelvic floor engaging. 3, shoulder blades down. 2, roll up. Sit tall onto the sit bones. So tuck in the elbows, tuck under the shoulder blades, float the arms up. Blow out. Grow the chest, but really work to pinch the ribs back to the spine without your shoulders rounding forward, without your head jutting in. Try and just work the breath out and close them up as tight as you can. Float those arms. Float the chin, the chest. Right knee's going to come in tight. Keep lifting pelvic floor. Hold for 3. 2. Last time. Foot goes down. We're rolling. And we're going to take a reach forward. Hands down and chin. And up. Reset that. Shoulders back and down. Elbows tucked in and under. Float the arms up. Tilt and roll. Opposite knee. Hold the knee in really tight. Get the shoulders back and down. Tuck your arms in towards your glutes like as tight as you can and float the arms up. Collarbone is still wide. Sternum is lifted. Chin is lifted. But we're pushing the ribs down in the opposite direction. One more time. Stay and hold. And foot down. Roll up. Sit tall. Knees wide again. You don't have to bring your hands all the way to the floor, just reach, chin in, reach, and up. Okay, so this is the last time. What I want to do here is see if you can do a double leg. You can keep your hands behind your knees completely for the whole time if you want, or just at the beginning, or whatever. Okay, upright. Shoulders back and down. Tilt and roll. Right knee, left knee. Toes touch, knees stay apart. Roll your sternum, collarbone, sink your shoulder blades. Pull up through pelvic floor. Sink the ribs and chest. Lift your toes, girls, a little bit more. And then see if you want to bring the hands out to the side or float them up. Shoulder blades back, collarbone long. Lift through the pelvic floor and the breath. 2, toes up. Hands up. Last time. 1, 2. Roll and reach. Legs out straight. Give those feet a little wiggle. So your feet come back, straighten out, and roll back, and straighten out. Okay, we'll just see how our flexibility is. Reach up, sit out of your sit bones, try and keep your legs straight, come forward, grab on, wherever, doesn't matter if it's your ankles, your thighs, your shins, your calves, grab and elbow soft, tuck in the chin. Coming up, reach forward, reach up, and roll. As you roll, bring your hands back behind you, open your chest. Bring those arms right back. Oh, pop up the chest. Keep the arms in tight, chin into the chest. And push the ribs back to the spine. Open the chest. Belly the tummy and lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower, lean forward, reach up, swing back, in behind, push up, pull in, and lift. Drop down, double forward, chin in, reach up, roll the arms, in behind, straight arms, exhale, hold for 3, push up, down go, reach forward, last time, roll, fingers, and make sure your shoulders are back. Breathe. Hip side 3, 2, 1, drop, and double forward. Hold on. Okay, bending the knees gently. Roll yourself back to the floor where you're lying down. Okay, stay there. Okay. So on your back, I just want you to really concentrate on your breathing as we move through the next few minutes. I want you to really think about making your neck long, flattening your back into the floor, moving with your breath. So starting with your neck, grab onto the back of your head with your fingers and pull it up towards your chest. And kind of, I don't know how I describe this, kind of like one side to the other side. Feel like you're lifting it up out of your spine a bit more. And then put your head back onto the floor. I don't know if that, I mean, get the shoulders back and down, And again, nod your chin to your chest and feel like you're creating more space up along the back. And I suppose everyone's going to be different. I'm particularly just really tight up along the back of the neck and across the top of the shoulders. So I find that really hard to do. Let's have a look at the pelvis. So you're arching your back away from the floor and you're flattening your back into the floor. Can you keep your chin in and your shoulders back throughout? One more, arching and flattening. And then where's the halfway point? So pubic bone hip bone alignment, abdominals gently. Don't even worry about the abdominals, it's really pelvic floor. You should feel a huge lift through the back passage, lifting up into your, like it will lift up into your pelvis at the back, but it will also be in the front of the body. If you were to push your fingers in behind your hip bones, you'll get the feedback. So if you don't engage pelvic floor at all, it's quite squishy and soft. And then if you engage pelvic floor and you really try to magnify that engagement, you're going to feel it right in behind your hip bones, just on the right side there. So holding that engagement, neutral spine. And we're just going to start with one leg, knee over hip, because I want you to focus on your breath and your shoulders. So walking the shoulders down and think about rather than your chest again. This is just me because of the twins, but the ribs can be very flared in the chest, just a little bit loose. So try to really guide the ribs back down to the floor. Close that gap all the time. The full length and breadth of your rib cage should feel pressed into the floor, but there's still enough space under your lower back for your fingertips. So it should feel the same as when you fully imprint your back into the floor, but not through the lower back. And also your bum is totally relaxed and not tight. When we start stretching the fascia at the front of the chest, it naturally pulls the shoulders forward, so try to push the shoulders back and push the ribs down at the same time. Find that push, pull and work into it. Everyone has it. Find yours. Are you still lifting through your back passage? Feeling that real strong engagement. Extend that leg to straight, don't drop it. Keep the two knees in line. I want you to really work on your shush and pushing the air out. Keep going so there's nothing left. And keep that lift through your bum. Last two. Stretch your legs strong as long as you can. Last time. And release. Just another thing to really notice is that you don't lean into your supporting leg too much, that you keep the weight across the pelvis equal. Full length of the back, pressured into the floor, except that tiny bit in your lower back. Don't be happy with your ribs, they need to go deeper. And extending, hold stretch in that leg. So I want you to really make this thigh almost cramp, like pushing your foot out of your ankle. You don't have to point your toes to do that. Push your foot out, really lock out the knee. Hold the stretch in the leg. Abdominals, pelvic floor engagement, and that breath. Right to the end. Shoulders back and down. 4 to go. Last time. Lower the foot. Okay, so without keeping the neutral spine, we're going to press the lower back into the floor and get the full compression from the tailbone through to the back of the neck. Try to keep the shoulders back and down. Try not to let the bum lift just yet. Ribs down. Pelvic floor definitely in focus as you pick up your tailbone. Now it's important that you lead with the pubic bone. Lead with the pubic bone and come all the way up. Come through the full length of the back without popping everything straight up to the ceiling. If your feet are not already under your knees, make sure they are, or even closer. Keep the shoulders down and through to the back of the neck where you can. Now, tuck the tail even more. Sink the rib cage and the chest. Hold the length. Hold. Hands coming up. Hands going back. Keep your abdominals drawn in, your pelvic floor lifted, and the length in your back. Lead with the pubic bone. Slowly coming down. Now I mean really slowly. Bone by bone. Deep, long breaths into your lower back, then your hips, then your bum, then your hands down, and let's do that again. Tilting, hands up, shoulders down. Roll up. Lead pubic bone, pull the abdominals in, pelvic floor engaged. Squeeze your knees together, open up. Squeeze your knees together, open up. Squeeze your knees together, open up. 3, 2, last time. Lift up onto your tippy toes of one foot, tippy toes of the other foot. Really tuck the tail even deeper and come right up to the back of the neck. Stay here, lower your bum, tuck your tail deeper, push up. Stick your bum out, tuck your tail. Stick your bum out. Tuck your tail before you drive up and then drive up. 3, tuck. 2, tuck. Last tuck. Lower the spine, stay up off the heels. Belly down and bring the knees into the chest, one and then the other. Stay here. Rock gently from side to side. Take both knees over to one side, put your hand on top, bring the other arm up and all the way back. Look around. Really try to drop your elbow and your shoulder, back of your hand onto the floor. So your palm is up and you're holding the weight of this arm on the legs to keep them anchored down. Turn around as far as you can and a really deep breath in. And out. Bring the knees up, all the way over. Keep the hands on top. Sweep this arm up, back, and down, shoulder height. Breathe. Try and get the elbow, the shoulder, the elbow, and the back of the hand to the floor. One more time. Knees back up. Hands in just at the shins maybe. Rocking forward and back. Forward and back. And rolling. Up we come. Quickly over onto the hands and knees. I'll just do a quick round and roll and come up off the floor. So rounding up. Inhale. Dropping down. Tuck your toes. Sit back onto your heels. Come from here onto your feet. Push the bum straight up. Head and hands hanging. Start to come up then through the length at the back. Excuse me, all the way to the top. And that's it. Thank you very much. Could you just tell me, was the sound better than normal or worse or the same? Anyone?
I thought it was still quite low.
Who's that, Pamela?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sounded quite low.
Yeah.
Anyway, clearer?
Not really.
No, not really.
It sounded like you were distant.
Now I probably is it better now?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, so I have these really expensive mics that are in the ceiling, but they're not working for us. So I'm trying the new camera, the mics that are on the new camera, but obviously I can't be right beside the camera, so we're away. So I just wanted to see if they would work, but I wouldn't expect them to work, to be honest with you, because we have to move away. That's why we have them directly above us. But anyway, not to worry. Is the quality of the picture a little bit better?
Yes.
Picture's fine.
Yeah. Good. The picture is very good. Okay, thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Well, we'll be back to you next week.
That was really good.
Huh?
It was really good. Good stretching.
That was a really nice. I really need that so bad. So that's good. How'd you enjoy it?
Yeah, really
Great to
good.
see you, girls. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all absolutely ecstatic. Well, I know probably Trish is the only person that matters here. Not ecstatic for Monday. I knew Wednesday knowing that I'm going to be -2 on Monday.
I know. Yeah.
Thanks, good million girls. See you during the week, hopefully.
Yeah. Bye.